Let us begin with a truth that will forever change how you see the mountain's most unexpected architect. The marmot is not just a fat, whistling rodent that sunbathes on rocky slopes. It is one of the most extraordinary, resilient, and ecologically significant creatures on Earth, a creature that has been digging, burrowing, and thriving in the high mountains of the Northern Hemisphere for over 2 million years. Long before the first humans climbed to the peaks, long before the first glaciers retreated, and long after the great ice ages reshaped the landscapes of the continents. It is a master of survival, a creature that has evolved to thrive in one of the most extreme environments on the planet, where the winters can last 8 months, temperatures plunge to 40 degrees below zero, and the air is thin and cold. It is a creature of remarkable social complexity, living in large, extended family groups that cooperate to raise their young, defend their territory, and survive the long, harsh winters. It is also a creature of incredible resilience, capable of hibernating for up to 8 months of the year, slowing its heart rate to just a few beats per minute, and surviving on the fat reserves it has accumulated during the brief summer. But here is the paradox that haunts every biologist who studies them. Despite their incredible adaptability and their ancient lineage, marmots are facing unprecedented threats from human activity. Their habitats are being fragmented by development and climate change, their populations are being affected by disease and predation, and their future is being debated in the context of a warming world. The marmot has been on this planet for over 2 million years, surviving ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and the shifting of continents. It has witnessed the rise of our species, the building of cities, and the destruction of wild places. And now, it is looking at us with those dark, intelligent eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with your world? Today, we are telling the biography of the marmot. Not one species, but all marmots, the diverse, resilient, and often overlooked guardians of the high mountains. The marmot belongs to the genus Marmota, which includes 15 species of marmots ranging from the yellow-bellied marmot, which is found in the mountains of western North America, to the Himalayan marmot, which is found in the high-altitude regions of the Himalayas, to the alpine marmot, which is found in the mountains of Europe. The marmot lineage is one of the oldest rodent lineages on Earth, with fossils dating back to the Pleistocene epoch over 2 million years ago. The earliest marmots were adapted to the cold, open landscapes of the Ice Age, and they evolved into the highly specialized burrowing animals we know today. They are found in a wide range of habitats, from the alpine meadows of the Rocky Mountains to the steppes of Central Asia, from the high-altitude plateaus of Tibet to the mountain ranges of Europe. Some species, like the Olympic marmot, are found only on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington state, where they are isolated from other populations. Others, like the hoary marmot, are found across the mountains of Alaska and western Canada, where they are known for their distinctive whistling calls. Despite their wide distribution, marmot populations are under immense threat. Many species are classified as threatened or endangered, including the Vancouver Island marmot, which is one of the rarest mammals in North America, with a population of fewer than 200 individuals. The marmot is a creature of extremes, but it is also a creature of vulnerability. What defines a marmot? Let us start with the body, because the marmot's body is a monument to high-altitude adaptation. Marmots have a distinctive body shape, with a large, robust body, a short, thick neck, and a pair of small, rounded ears. Their bodies are covered in a thick, woolly coat, which varies in color from brown to yellow to gray, depending on the species. The coat is highly effective at keeping the marmot warm in the freezing temperatures of the high mountains. Their legs are short and powerful, adapted for digging and burrowing, and their claws are long and sharp, adapted for excavating tunnels and foraging for food. Their teeth are adapted for gnawing on tough, fibrous vegetation, and their digestive system is highly efficient at extracting nutrients from their food. Their average lifespan is 10 to 15 years in the wild, depending on the species. The marmot is a creature of remarkable adaptation, but it is also a creature of fragility. Now let us talk about the marmot's daily life and social structure, because the marmot is not a solitary creature. It is a highly social animal, living in large, extended family groups that cooperate to raise their young, defend their territory, and survive the long, harsh winters. The group is typically led by a dominant male, which defends the territory and mates with the females in the group. The females and their young form the core of the group, and they are highly protective of their offspring. Marmots are known to communicate through a variety of vocalizations, including whistles, chirps, and trills, which they use to warn of predators and coordinate their activities. They are primarily diurnal, active during the day, spending their time grazing on the alpine meadows and foraging for food. They are known to be curious and intelligent, and they have been observed showing signs of affection and empathy toward their group mates. The marmot's life is a slow, deliberate process, but it is also a process of survival against the odds. The marmot's diet is as varied as its species. It is primarily a herbivore, feeding on a wide variety of grasses, herbs, and other vegetation. They are known to be selective feeders, preferring certain types of plants over others. They are also known to eat a variety of other plant matter, including leaves, flowers, and roots. They are non-ruminants, with a simple digestive system that is adapted for processing large quantities of plant matter. Their feeding habits shape the ecosystem. By consuming vast quantities of vegetation, they help to control plant populations, preventing overgrowth and maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. They are also important nutrient recyclers, as their dung fertilizes the soil and helps to support the growth of new plants. Reproduction is another critical aspect of the marmot's life story, and it is a slow, deliberate process that reflects the species' vulnerability. Marmots have a relatively slow reproductive rate, with females typically giving birth to a litter of 2 to 6 pups every 1 to 2 years. The gestation period is approximately 1 month, and the pups are born blind and helpless, weighing only a few grams. The mother provides extensive parental care, nursing the pups for several weeks and teaching them the skills they need to survive. The marmot's reproductive strategy is one of quality over quantity, with a high investment in each offspring to ensure its survival. Now let us talk about the marmot's daily struggle. Because life for a marmot is a constant battle against hunger, disease, and the encroachment of humans, marmots face a variety of natural threats, including predators like eagles, hawks, coyotes, and bears, which prey on them. They also face threats from disease and parasites, which can weaken them and make them vulnerable to predation. However, the most significant threat to marmot survival is human activity. Marmots are losing their habitats to development and climate change. Their populations are being affected by disease and predation, and their future is being debated in the context of a warming world. The marmot's struggle is not just a biological one, it is a fight against the consequences of human activity, a fight that will determine its fate. How is the marmot useful to humans? Let us count the ways that are rarely acknowledged. First, ecosystem regulation. Marmots are the gardeners of the alpine meadows, controlling plant populations and maintaining the balance of the ecosystem. They're also important nutrient recyclers, as their dung fertilizes the soil and helps to support the growth of new plants. Second, soil aeration. Marmots are master burrowers, digging extensive tunnel systems that aerate the soil and improve water infiltration, which is essential for the health of the alpine ecosystem. Third, scientific research. Marmots are a model species for studying hibernation, physiology, and adaptation. Their unique biology provides insights into the mechanisms of metabolic suppression, thermoregulation, and survival in extreme environments. Fourth, cultural significance. Marmots have been woven into the mythology and folklore of many mountain cultures, representing industriousness, community, and the spirit of the high mountains. Now, what can humans learn from the marmot? First, the power of community. Marmots live in large, extended family groups, protecting and caring for each other. Humans can learn to value their communities. Second, the importance of preparedness. Marmots spend the brief summer accumulating fat reserves to survive the long, harsh winter. Humans can learn to prepare for the future. Third, that the natural world is sacred. Marmots live in harmony with their environment. We cannot survive without the natural world. Now let us talk about conservation, because the story of the marmot is not over. It is being written now by each of us. Many marmot species are still threatened. The Vancouver Island marmot is critically endangered, with a population of fewer than 200 individuals. The Olympic marmot is also threatened, and the Himalayan marmot is facing pressure from climate change. The primary threats to marmot populations are habitat loss, climate change, and disease. There are solutions. Protecting critical habitats, including alpine meadows and burrowing areas, is essential. Implementing conservation breeding programs and reintroduction efforts can also help. Education is key. People need to understand that marmots are not just a resource, they are essential partners in the health of the planet and the preservation of mountain ecosystems. The future of the marmot depends on our choices today. And now, we come to the final truth. The marmot has been on this planet for over 2 million years. It has survived ice ages, volcanic eruptions, and the shifting of continents. It has witnessed the rise of our species from small, frightened mammals into global dominators. It has been hunted, captured, and pushed to the brink, and yet it is still here, whistling on the alpine slopes, digging in the meadows, and raising its young. It is looking at us with those dark, intelligent eyes, and it is asking a question that we are too afraid to hear. What have you done with your world? We have the power to destroy the marmot. We also have the power to save it. The choice is ours. Every time we look at a marmot, we see a creature that is not so different from us. A creature that is adapted to one of the harshest environments on Earth. A creature that has traveled alongside us through history. A creature that teaches us what it means to be human. Because in the end, the marmot is not just an animal. It is a mirror. It reflects our capacity for community, for preparedness, for grief, and for hope. It shows us who we are and who we could become. So let us protect the marmot. Not because it is useful, but because it is sacred. Not because it is endangered, but because it is irreplaceable. Let us give the marmot a future, not just for its sake, but for ours. Because a world without marmots is a world without wonder. A world without wisdom. A world without community. And that is a world we do not want to live in.